Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, 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 Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Bhagavan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arnamastu. By Bhagwan's grace, this evening, a very special evening, it's called Pradosha. It makes one flawless. There will be no dosha, no flaws left in the life if we worship the divine during this auspicious time. On this evening twilight, we had continued to sing the name, all by Bhagwan's grace, and have offered the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Every day we have been having a glimpse after glimpse where some of the Leelas demonstrate, accentuate a certain point which we all have to follow. That's a teaching lesson. Now we saw some time back how a sculptor should know everything about the figure that he has to sculpt out of a rock, the personality, the teachings, the life that he had lived. There should be so much absorption that the statue would emerge very naturally and in depth out of his hand. How a sculptor came to Bhagwan and did not even know the name of the statue, the person whose statue he was to make. And Bhagwan made him write the name of the person whom he was going to sculpt. And then he said, from now on, you will be able to succeed in it. Now today, we shall see what we have to learn. Once again, let us shift to Sannidhi Street House. It's way back, early 80s. Shri Janardhanan had come with his family, and of course, Shivakasi Shri Shivashankar, Dr. Nachiyappan of Madurai, they had all come with their families, and Swami spent some time with them. And after that, he retained Shri Janardhanan and the Shivakasi devotee. All others were asked to go. Now, behind the residence of Bhagwan, if people had gone inside, they would know. There's a corridor, the backyard, and there's a well there. And between the toilet, behind, and the well, there is a door not made up of wood. It is some plain metal which had worn out. It was under heavy repair. Swami was unable to open it, and if he did, with great difficulty, he could not close it. He had let it go for quite some time, and then one day, when these people had come, he decided to do something about it. And first he called these two people to go into the town and look for a carpenter, a good one at that, and bring him. These people went, ransacked the whole place, could not find anybody. They came back and reported. And then, and only then, Swami said, okay, now you have searched for them and you could not find them. These days, they are not easily available. Now you go to Arunachaleshwarar temple, the chariot for Muruga, Lord Muruga, was being polished. It was being redone. And now those people would be there. Maybe you could bring one of them to do the work here. He sent them the right moment, because those carpenters who had come to do the repairing work to the chariot of Muruga, they had just finished the whole thing, and the head carpenter was about to leave the place. Swami knew, he always knew all the details, yet he would play the game along. He sent these people to search for those carpenters, and it's only when they came back and reported there was no one to be found. He sent them in time to catch the head carpenter, who was only too willing to come. He readily came, and then he examined the door, which was under heavy repair. He said, this cannot be repaired. This is gone completely. So we have to redo the whole thing. I'll make a new one for Swami. And then he started to make. It took 2 days for him to make a fresh one. That was all right. But all the time, when the carpenter was at work, the two devotees, Sri Janardhanan and his friend, they were seated near the well. And they were talking all the time. Swami was inside. He noticed they were doing this blah, blah, blah all the time. And immediately called out from inside, don't you know you are doing a holy work? This is no time to talk this and that. He reprimanded, and then they kept quiet. Now, this is something that we all have to learn when we are engaged in Bhagwan's work, in Bhagwan's seva, either in his ashram or elsewhere, or even at home, any work that comes into our hand, and we do it in the spirit of service to the Master, we should know it's a very holy service to the Master, and there is no place for any talk. If at all we should do something, we could chant the name, concentrate on Bhagwan, and that would help the work greatly, and there's no room for anything else. This is what we learned from this episode. And after the work was over, the carpenter was called inside. Now Swami became very busy with him. He blessed him very nicely. And his Bhagwan's birthday had taken place just a few days back, before that. So there were many gifts of silk cloth and other things, and Swami simply loaded him with many of those things. And he gave him money also generously. So much so that Sri Janardhanan thought, why was Swami loading him with such things? The work was very simple. It did not need so much money, so many gifts. He was wondering, after sending the carpenter away, Bhagwan said, he's a very sincere worker. He's very talented. And when he was doing that work, the chariot work in the temple, they did not give him the respect that is due to a skilled worker. They did not honor him. They did not give him enough money. Such talented workers, skillful workers, the carpenters, are very rare to come by these days. You went and ransacked the whole town and came back in vain. They are rare to come by. And he was not given his due there in the temple. So this beggar had to compensate for that. Just see, Swami knew everything that was going on. He combined both. He had waited for this work to finish, and then he called the carpenter, the head carpenter. He wanted to honor him, and he gave him generously. He compensated for all that he suffered there, in the other place. So this is what Swami was doing. We understand that when we do some work sincerely and to the best of our ability to satisfy the Master, the Divine, even if you miss out from ordinary people, the Divine would definitely compensate for it in some way or the other. Because it is done for the Divine. And the other thing that we learn is when we do some work for the sake of the Master, for the sake of the Lord, in the spirit of service to God, we should concentrate on chanting the name, not talk this and that. We must avoid unnecessary talk and instead help our Bhagwan with the chanting of our Bhagwan has said, every Nama that you chant helps not only the chanter, but also the people around, and it helps the world, and it helps this beggar's work, this beggar's father's work. So, we should do well to learn this unforgettable lesson. We shall now offer our today's prayer at the holy feet of Bhagwan. Bhagwan, we beg you, because that's all we can do, for your immediate divine intervention to free the world from the grip of these viruses that have affected both the body and the mind, and for too long now. We beg you to bring back a dharmic normalcy in all aspects of life. And we also beg you something that we cannot do ourselves, no matter how much we try. Please uproot all the negativities of the mind. Many, many times we imagine things according to our nature and our capacity to understand. And then we believe that what we imagine is the only truth, and we react to our imagination. We miss out on the real truth. Exaggerated imagination, and it leads us to trouble. we fear and the fear turns into panic. And the sorrow, jealousy, and growing desires turning into needs. Let us beg again and again, a million times, for Bhagwan to purify, to uproot all these negativities from the mind. And then we beg you, Bhagwan, for the sake of all these people, unselfish people who are already doing hard work, for the sake of the others, unmindful of their own discomfort and the challenges, we also beg you, pray to you for a boost to our economy. We beg you again for ceaseless chanting of your name, knowing that not a single nama goes waste. We also beg you to bless us to be fine instruments in your hands and not be caught by Maya, by the fantasies of the mind, and run our everyday life as an offering to you. And finally, we beg you for that ultimate blessing, the supreme blessing for complete purification, so that we would be able to see your pulsating, vibrant presence in everything and everywhere. We also beg you to bless us to be able to see your sankalpa, your will, your leelas behind all the actions, all the happenings of life, all the happenings of the world. And most importantly, to be able to see your hidden grace, even in the most devastating experiences of life, knowing that they are the karmic effects, and yet Bhagwan has so generously put a blessing in order to shape us, in order to push us towards God, meant only for our spiritual growth, for our closer kinship with God. Bhagavan, please give us that preparation of mind so that we would be able to accept every suffering that life brings to us as a blessing in disguise from you and meant for our greater good. And Bhagavan, we beg you for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of being they are, to be free from their state of misery and be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we beg you again and again and again to be free from this ignorance of the truth, the ultimate truth, to be free from the vicious cycle of births and deaths and our involvement with Maya, to be free from the tyranny of ego, so that we will live eternally in you, the eternal Supreme. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.